Okay guys, so this is the start of my series showing you parts of my diorama props and chairs and furniture. So we're going to start with one of my favorite pieces that I've managed to collect, and that's my Ikea Poing chairs. I believe it was in 2008 or maybe 2009 that Ikea made these chairs as gifts for their employees, just a miniature collector item. And somehow they found their way out into the secondary market, and I think I bought these from a lady over in Germany. She was selling these for like $40 a piece. So I bought these Ikea chairs. They're made of real wood. They're just really miniature versions of the actual chair that they sell in their stores. The cover does come off. It attaches to the wooden frame with Velcro, and you can put it back on. And I was really relieved to find this. So these are getting a little dusty, so that means I can wash the covers and put them back on there. And I have my Barbie. Her name is Sable. She's on a made-to-move body, and I have her in the chair just so you guys can see the reference for the size of the chair, and it is very realistic looking. So this next chair is an office chair, and it was given as a souvenir for the attendees of the 2004 We Are Family National Barbie Convention that was held in Chicago, Illinois. Now currently these things run big bucks. I think I paid maybe $50 or $60 for it at the time on eBay after the convention all those years ago, but I found one on eBay right now currently in the box, and it's running $160 plus shipping, I think. So that gives you an idea of how much the prices are on the secondary market for this chair. Now the wheels really do roll. They roll and they swivel. And I don't remember whether or not, I don't think the seat bounces up and down. I don't think they do that. Let me see. No, it does not. I haven't played with it in a really long time, like I said, because it's been packed up in storage. But, you know, I do use it in my office dioramas. So here's the made-to-move doll sitting in the chair. She can sit up with her feet on the floor. Straight up. There she is. And then it's a good fit for the FR girls as well. They can sit straight up, feet on the floor. So this is another favorite piece. I love it for its realism and its functionality. Alright, and this next chair, I know you guys recognize it. It was a souvenir that they mailed you free for joining the Barbie Rewards Clubs. I forget how many years ago that was, but I love the little detail on the chairs. You can see the spindling on the back, and they came with this white satin cushion. And I've seen a lot of people do some fascinating things. They painted these gold and used them in fashion shows and weddings and different things like that. And it was originally my goal to try to acquire more than one of these, but they were fetching some pretty big prices on eBay. So I only ended up with the one that Mattel sent me for joining the club. So it's... And here we go. We'll sit her in the chair. A lot of people use these in their silkstone dioramas. And it could stand to be... Hold on, it's not even sitting down. Hold on. Here we go. This better. She can sit straight up with her feet on the floor. But it is not, I think, appropriate for the fashion royalty girls. You know, they wear heels most of the time, and so the chair could stand to be a little bit bigger for them. Here we go. And that's from the side. But it works. You know, they can sit straight up in it. It works. And so I'll keep it. From time to time you'll see it in a bedroom scene or something like that. Some type of diorama that I do. It's just a occasional chair just sitting around. Alright, these next chairs, I bought these from a friend of mine. Her name is Karen Castro, probably 10 or 15 years ago. And I love the shape and the composition of the chairs. They were actually pin cushions that Joann Fabrics sold a number of years ago. I don't even know if they're still selling these pin cushion chairs anymore, but I love them. They're solid. They're well padded. And I'll just remove the Barbie here. Let you see a side view of the chair. That's the back and the side. And as I said, it's well padded because it's supposed to be a pin cushion. But I love the way that it sits up off the floor. It has 4 solid wood bead feet on the bottom of the chair. They were glued on. So they're a really good height, even for the made to move Barbie. Her feet, you know, sit on the floor. She's sitting squarely on the seat. And also for the fashion royalty dolls, it is a really good height for them. So I keep these in my collection as a memento from Karen. My Cindy Pedigree chairs, they were manufactured back in the 60s and 70s overseas in Europe. And they originally came in that white with either a green seat bottom or a burgundy seat bottom. So over the years, I've managed to collect several. You know, I find a lot of them on eBay and pick them up kind of cheap. And what I did was I took some chalk paint and I painted them and used Mod Podge as a sealer. So I call them my Shabby Chic chairs, and I use them in my dioramas. I love them. They're pretty old, you know, manufactured in the 60s and 70s. So I try to fix them up with E6000 if they're broken or chipped, and paint them and, you know, wrap them up and keep them in a separate box from the rest of my doll furniture. These are some rattan chairs that I've been carrying around, rattan or wicker, whatever you want to call it. I use them in a lot of my scenes when I'm doing outside patio type backyard things or bohemian type rooms, diorama scenes. But I found these really cheaply, I think at a Goodwill or something like that, probably 20 years ago, and I'm really surprised that they have survived the move, all the moves that I've made and everything. But I like the chairs. They are a good scale. You can see I have Aurelia Gray from East 59th in one of the chairs, and then I have the Made to Move Barbie in the other chair. So they're a really good scale. The Homs work well in these chairs, so that's why I keep them around. Alright, and these chairs are actually cell phone holders. Now the purple one I think I received as a table gift several years ago from, I think it was either Dante or Edmund at our table at convention. And then the little white one, I'm not sure where I got that one from. It may have been a table gift as well, but I know that they were selling those in those Claire's accessory stores. And that's usually where you can find the little cell phone chairs like this. So they're a pretty good fit. This one is for the Barbie, and the taller, bigger one, it's on a metal stand, and I think you can find these in the Daiso stores. They carry them in white. But they're a pretty good, cool chair for your fashion royalty size dolls. The Homs can sit on them pretty comfortably and not look like it's not in scale for a 13-inch doll. So that's always an option. Check out your cell phone holders. Here's another favorite piece of my diorama props, and that's the Imitation Barcelona chair that Fashion Royalty did back in 2005. And this one I think is the luxury decor chair. I'm not sure, I may not have that right, but I remember when they came out, I pre-ordered the entire set of the furniture. And so there were 4 sofas. One was done in black, and it came with a black rug. This one came with a white fur rug. And then there was a red suede version of this that came with a red rug. And let's see, a pony set, black and white pony print, and it came with a fur rug and extra pillows as well. So out of all of those, I still have the black set and the white set with their respective rugs and the pillows that came. So the seat cushions are 2 separate pieces, and then this is the frame, the Barcelona chair frame. It's a little wobbly at the top. I think I'm missing a little screw, but I think eyeglass, the kind of little screws that go in the eyeglasses will fit in there. So I'll put one in there and tighten that up. But it's weathered over the times. I mean, hey, it was manufactured 2004, 2005, and it's still standing. So I am pleased. It was money well spent. I think they retailed for $59.99 each set from the dealers back then. So I'll show you my Barbie sitting on the sofa. Perfect. And then here is Miss Aurelia as she sits on the sofa. So pretty good fit. Like that. Very realistic. Some of the best doll furniture I've ever bought. Alright, and here we have those famed Dollar Tree chairs. I think they became all the rage last summer or the year before that, and they seem to bring them back every year, so I'm glad of that. They are bright pink, and I think they've come in a couple of other colors, but I have yet to see them in my store in a color other than pink. But I like the height of these chairs. They stand up pretty well. Good height for Barbie and fashion royalty. They're like injection mold plastic, hard plastic, and paint does take well to them as far as I understand, because I've seen several other people paint these for their dioramas. So let's show Miss Aurelia sitting in the seat here. There she goes. And the Barbie sitting in her chair. So pretty good size, pretty good fit for the made to move. It works for both fashion royalty and Barbie. I bought these for Anton's legendary wedding that we did last year at our little get together, and I was going to spray paint them white, but I ended up with so many other chairs I had already white that I didn't have to do that. But I think having these Dollar Tree chairs, 2 for $1, you can't beat them. So very affordable item for your diorama props. Okay, and we're back with the Pop Life Barbie chairs. I think the Pop Life Christie came with the orange chair, and the Pop Life Barbie came with the yellow chair. I no longer have the Barbie, but I do have that Christie doll. She's one of my most favorite modern Barbie dolls. I love that pivotal body that she came on, but I digress. The chairs were fabulous. I love it. The bottom does detach. You can pull it off here, and that makes it great for being able to customize it. I've seen them covered in fabric, fur, painted. It was my intention to keep these two and paint the chair bases in a metallic silver. But I've never gotten around to it, and I made the mistake of showing the chairs to Carol, so she loves the bright orange color, so I'll probably pass them on to her. But just so you can see, they were manufactured for the Pop Life Barbie, but the made to move girls sit in it just fine. And let's see, we'll get Miss East 59th here. She sits in it fine as well. So it's a pretty good size, you know, appropriate size, realistic scale for fashion royalty and Barbie dolls. Right, now, even though the subject is mostly chairs, but I do have a lot of table and chair sets, so I wanted to show you this set. It is the Barbie My House table set, and the set, when you look for it, if you're looking for it on eBay or Mercari, the set only has the table and 2 chairs. But when I bought this secondhand from somebody on one of the Barbie boards on Facebook, I guess she bought 2 sets so she could have 4 chairs to go around this round table. And the cool thing about the table is that it has leaves in the table. The sides drop down so that if, you know, you only want to have 2 people sitting at the table, you can do that. You know, you can use it that way. I thought that was really neat to have some furniture that you could modify like that, at least playline furniture anyway. And I like the chairs because they remind me, the top of it reminds me of those Pottery Barn chairs that they made for humans, and the seat has like this woven texture to the bottom for realism. So I imagine that some repaint artists have had a field day with these chairs, painting them in more realistic colors. But I also like this set because it isn't Barbie pink. Love the lavender of it. You know, I can cover the table with a tablecloth and it's just fine. Even put some miniature chair pads in the seats and change up the look of it. But love this Barbie My House table set. And here's Barbie and Miss Aurelia sitting at that table set. And also I wanted to call your attention to the bottom of the table. It's like a pedestal table. So I thought that was really cool for Mattel to make that set, to make it look so realistic. So the Barbies and Fashion Royalty dolls sit very easily. If I uncross her legs, they'll go under the table. Not sure about the Homs dolls, but I like it because it's realistic and it's a good scale. Alright, next are these little plastic stackable lawn chairs. that I found on eBay probably 15 years ago. There was this Beanie Baby salesman who was selling these as props for your Beanie Babies to sit in. And I found them by somebody posting them on a message group that I was a part of. And so probably during that period of time that he offered them for sale, I probably bought like 50 or 60 of these. And the reason why is because there was some conventions coming up, and I wanted to give all of my table mates a stack of these for their dolls. So I think I gave them stacks of 6 or 8 a piece, but I think after all of that I managed to end up with like maybe 10 of them left over. But as you can see, the Made to Move Barbie, she fits in it. It works well. It is a little short, and even the East 59th doll fits in it pretty well. They could be a little bit taller for them, but what I've done in previous years was use the clear acrylic risers from the Fashion Royalty stands, the bases from them, and I'll set the chair on top of the base. And because it's clear, you really don't pay attention to the base under the chair, so that it sits up and it's more realistic for the Fashion Royalty doll. So I wanted to show you these chairs. They're hard plastic and they do stack. Thought they're cute, great for the little backyard scenes. I've even used them in weddings as well. So just pay attention, search miniature props or miniature chairs, salesman samples on eBay, and you can kind of find some things like this. I haven't seen them in a long time, but that doesn't mean that somebody's not still making them. Okay, so the next set, this is a table and chair, like a bistro set that I found at Cracker Barrel stores probably 10 or 15 years ago. I don't know if they still sell them or not, but it's like a wrought iron look, and it is like a hard iron type structure, and it has solid wooden bases for the seats and for the tabletop. So just to give you a look there, it's held to the wire stand or the iron stand by some screws here, and it's cute, very decorative. I use that on some of my patio scenes or what have you. They're sitting out in the garden enjoying tea. Even the Fashion Royalty and East 59th can sit in the chairs well and looks good, but I don't think they can get their feet under the table, and I think Barbie can barely get her feet under the table, but still it's a nice diorama prop. Alright, these mod chairs were table gifts at the Fashion Royalty convention. No, they came in our registration bags one year, and they were in white, red, black, I think maybe a blue, and this orange and green. And I ended up with the orange and green because a couple of my table mates wanted either 2 white chairs or 2 red chairs. So I traded my white and red chairs to them and ended up with these orange and the green chair. And I'm going to pass them on to Carol because these are 2 of her favorite colors. So after today, you won't see them in my stash anymore. But I like them. You can buy them on Amazon. You can buy them on eBay. And they come in boxed individually, I think. Or I'm not sure if they come in sets or 2 or not. Anyway, you can find them on Amazon and eBay if you're interested. And I think AliExpress as well. But it's a cool looking chair. I've seen them used in a lot of people's dioramas over the years, and I've even seen some metallic silver ones, I think, like a stainless steel looking type finish on them, and I thought they were really cool with a white table. And let me show you Barbie sitting in the green chair. Works well for her, good size. You see it from the side. And here's the East 59th doll. And that's how she fits into the seat there. So nice scale for both of those types of dolls. Okay, up next is one of my favorite sets that Mattel has ever made, and that was the Barbie decor furniture line that was exclusively featured in Target stores back in 1998. And I think the highest prices on some of these sets are like $30 or maybe $35 at the most. But I think it was some of the best furniture because it's not pink. It was white. It has the removable chair cushions here. And please forgive me, they're kind of dingy because, as I said, I'm unpacking this tote that has been in storage for all these years. And no matter how well you pack stuff in your Rubbermaid totes, dust and other stuff will get in those totes. So I'm going to give these a good wash. Just swish them around a little bit of Dawn and some cold water and let them dry naturally. And kind of rinse everything off and clean them up pretty good. But I wanted you to see the chair without the furniture pad. It has the ribbing in the bottom. And it's pretty solid structure. Love the decorations and the attention to detail on these chairs. Here's the bottom. And then the table set, same thing. Love it. Has the plastic insert that looks like glass there. And it's getting a little yellow and dingy from time, because as I said, this was manufactured and sold back in 1998. So that's how long I've had this stuff, what, 20 something years. And as I said, this is how the little seat cushions, little cherries on that gingham. I think I have all the sets. I have all the living room furniture, the bedroom furniture, all of that. I bought the entire set and I've never regretted it. And I probably will never part with this. It will have to part from me, but I'll never sell it. It goes for pretty good bucks on eBay, but you know, every now and then I run across it on eBay, and you know, people haven't listed it in the right category, so it goes unnoticed. But you search for Barbie decor, Target, Mattel furniture, and it will come up for you. Alright, next up we have the famous ghost chairs. The two clear chairs, you know, without the Fashion Royalty logo, were convention gifts. They came two in that black box in 2011. I don't know if that was Tropicalia or not. It may have been Tropicalia convention. I'm not sure, but I know they came from 2011 Fashion Royalty convention, and it came with two chairs in that black box, and that was in the welcome registration bag when we arrived at convention and checked in. And then these other chairs were from the Lux Life convention in 2018, and they have the Fashion Royalty imitation Louis Vuitton type print on the back of the chair bag. Excuse me, on the front of the chair bag. So that's the difference in the two chairs. These look like they're a little more oval, and it may be because of the decal that's on them, but they're the same size. Love the ghost chair composition of it. They're clear. They don't take up a lot of space visually in your dioramas, and it's a pretty solid piece of acrylic. And you can buy these on Amazon, AliExpress, and I've seen them on eBay. Now, I don't know if those chairs are as sturdy as these are, but you know, you can find them. So that's a good thing for those of you who are interested in the ghost chairs. And you can see how well the dolls sit in them. Barbie Made to Move body. And the East 59 Fashion Royalty dolls. And I use this doll for the model because she's one of the few Fashion Royalty bodies currently that can sit straight up and cross their legs when they're in a chair. So, like so. And she can still sit up and cross her legs. So I love the East 59th body, but I just used her as a model to show you the scale of the chair itself. And I'll bring this a little closer so you can see the print on it. There you go. So this will conclude my video on unpacking this particular Rubbermaid tote of my diorama items. I hope you guys were entertained, that you learned something. I tried to give you as much information on where I got these products, so if you're interested, just make sure, put your search on, type into Google, and a lot of fascinating things will come up for you. And we'll see you back in your next video. If you have not subscribed, then please subscribe. And please share these videos. I would appreciate it. You would give me a thumbs up if you like the content. And don't forget to drop me a line if you have any comments or questions. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.